You have to be willing to bear the volatility and be comfortable with that level of volatility. I try not to look at that because it's going to make me cry. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this video is going to be a review of Etoro, and I've been teasing this now for a number of weeks. You guys are asking me as well because they are a viable replacement, or I'd say replacement, substitute for Trading 212, as they are still not opening accounts right now, and we're in the 4th week. And in this video, I'm obviously going to highlight some of the things that I think that they do really, really well. Obviously, regulatory stuff is very important as well. But I am going to highlight how I'm going to be using them moving forward. I've actually deposited £1,000 of my own money to get access to an asset class that I do hold, but I hold sporadically all over the place. And I've been trying to tidy up now for the last 2 to 3 weeks, and it's an absolute nightmare. So when I found out that you could hold this in Etoro, I thought, fantastic, I could do a review and hopefully show you how it works and also get some of my own money invested as well. So I'm going to be doing that live with you on this video. Let's get going. Okay, so before we get started, just a couple of things I think I just really want to make clear, guys. I'm going to be investing my own money with Etoro on this video. Please, please, please don't go and just copy what I do here, okay? I am happy with the level of risk that I'm willing to take with this investment today. Your situation will be very different to mine and vice versa. You need to understand what risk you're willing to take, and you have to be comfortable with that. This could be something that is going to lose money. It is very, very volatile. And like I said, I hold a little bit of this, but it's all over the place. And I just think this will be an opportunity for me to centralize what I hold into one place. Eventually, if I can move all the other stuff here as well. So please just don't go and copy. The second thing is this. Etoro don't work the same as Trading 212. What do I mean by that? If you use my link for Trading 212, I get a free share, you get a free share. Etoro don't do free shares essentially. So if you do use my affiliate link in the comment section below, I will get paid a commission for the referral. If you want to use the link, that would be great. It will support me, it will support the channel. If you still want to just go onto their website and open an account there without using the link, that is also fine. I hope regardless, you get some benefit from watching this video. So let's jump into their website. We want to talk about some of the important stuff first, and that is regulatory requirements. Are they authorized? Are they regulated to operate here in the UK? You know, that's something I always go through. And on the website, it is literally down at the bottom of the page. Now, all of the good companies are going to be really transparent about this kind of information, guys. This is important stuff. It's all about keeping you safe, keeping their customers safe, and they cherish you as customers, right? So they've got quite a large section around their regulatory registrations across different areas and parts of the world. We're interested in this one right here, which basically says that Etoro UK Limited, a financial services company authorized and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority, and it's also got their number and everything right there. Now, with this, you also get cover under the Financial Services Compensation Scheme as well, because look, I'm going to invest my money here today. If they go bankrupt, I'd like to know that my money is protected, the same that you should as well. I think something that is really, really important to highlight very, very early on is that I'm noticing that there are more people from all over the world, from Europe, now actually watching videos, which is welcome. It really, really is. Etoro is available in 140 countries worldwide. So the chances are that regardless of where you're watching me from, you should be able to access the services that I'm going to talk about today. So fingers crossed, if you're watching, you're part of the 140 countries where Etoro do operate. Now, let's talk a little bit about, actually, before we move on to this, I do want to highlight one thing, because I did a video on Etoro early last year, and I talked about the fact that, you know, I thought they traded mainly CFDs, and I think they have a big population of people who use them for that. I think they've become a lot more popular for stocks and for cryptocurrencies of recent. When I did that video, I was highlighting the fact that they have this regulatory warning, which is the one right at the top of their banner here. And they talk about CFDs are complex instruments and come with a high risk of losing money rapidly due to leverage. 67% of retail investor accounts lose money when trading CFDs with this provider. Now, that is a regulatory thing that they have to have on there because CFDs are so high risk. And I don't talk about CFDs here on the channel. So on this video, I'm going to be focusing on the investments So what stocks, what ETFs you can buy, what cryptos you can also buy. I'm not going to be talking about the CFD side at all, because the CFD side really does take skill. And I mention this all the time. Investing and trading are two different things. They're used interchangeably, but they are worlds apart. It's like Venus and Mars. It's not even the same, not even close. So you can trade CFDs here, but I'm not going to be focusing on CFDs for the purpose of this video. Now, I do want to talk about their account opening process, because I opened my account today and they go through some questions. And this is why I'm going to give them a big, big tick. Because you can open an account with Trading 212 and not get asked anything else apart from your name, your date of birth, your address, your national insurance number. That's it. Now, with Etoro, because they do obviously give you access to CFDs, they actually give you a test that you have to complete. And it's designed to try and gauge how experienced you are of, or with, I should say, financial markets or financial instruments, right? So financial instruments are stocks, ETFs, right? How experienced you are with these kind of things. And there are probably about 10 or so questions if I recall, but these are a couple of them. So one of them is talking about, my experience. Have I traded equities in the last, few months, in the last, is it 12 months or something like they ask here? I think it is. They ask the same thing about cryptos as well. This is another question, and this is about leverage trading experience. So I haven't traded, I don't trade. That's not my skill set. I know a lot, but that's definitely not my skill set. And it says here, your level of experience will determine the product that we are able to offer you. Leverage trading may be restricted to those with no experience. And this is a big tick for me, because at the end of the day, not only are they trying to protect themselves, they're trying to protect you. And people can say, look, oh yeah, you could lie, but I don't understand why you would lie about these kind of things. Why would you say that you've leverage traded or you traded with leverage only to get access to something that may actually hurt you? And luckily, we don't live in a suing culture, but out in the States, these kind of things will be pulled out in courtrooms. If someone were to say, well, I didn't really know what I was doing, well, they have a log of the questions that you answered. Robinhood is going through this right now. So I think this is a great move, and I think it signals the start of a really good relationship, I guess. This is another one that they ask. They ask you your trading knowledge. So for me, obviously, I've got professional certificates and I've got an academic degree as well. So that's useful. But these are really, really important things that they ask you to get started. And there's about 10 of these questions that help you. And it also kind of qualifies what they're going to show you when you finally open your account. So really be good on terms of the account opening process. Now let's talk about something that I don't necessarily like. They could definitely do this better. They could definitely highlight their fees a little bit better. So this is their landing page, right? This is their homepage right here. And apart from this section right here, they don't show anything else about their fees or their cost. What it's going to cost you to actually open an account. You go all the way down here, there's nothing. Unless I've missed something, there actually isn't anything. Now I've got my account open. I actually had to go to the help section and go and search for the answers on fees. It's free to open an account. There's zero commission on stocks. There's no management fees. But obviously you can trade and access different instruments with them. So let's have a look at stocks and ETFs. No commission, no management fees, no rollover fees, no ticket fees, no additional broker fees. So that's great. With cryptos, they do have spreads if you're buying cryptocurrencies with them. And that's all the spreads essentially for most of the coins, where you can actually load more and you can see all of them there. You can also have a look at examples as well. So they give you working examples so you know exactly what the cost is going to be up front before you start using them. I think this could be and should be on their homepage somewhere, or at least there's something that you can click and go through to something. But again, I might have missed something. I had to go searching for this. Let's also have a look at CFDs. It tells you what the fees are with this. So it's pretty comprehensive.
But wait, there's more.
When you use eToro, there is an FX fee of 0.5%. And that is going to basically be a fee that you pay if, for example, I paid in pounds today. For that conversion into USD, there is a 0.5% fee on that. They do charge you a £10 inactivity fee. Now, that £10 inactivity fee is essentially if you do nothing on the platform within a 12-month period. So if you just go dormant, you've got to pay a £10 inactivity fee. The next fee is that if you want to withdraw money or just close accounts to take things out pass the money back into your account, there's also a $5 fee as well. Now, actually, the currency rate actually works in our favor in that regard. So I don't know how much $5 would be, probably be something like £3 something. So it's not really that bad. And the $10 inactivity fee for us will probably be something like, I don't know, 750 or maybe £8, something like that. But those are fees that you have to be made aware of to get going. Now let's jump in, and actually, I'm going to get into my account very quickly. I'm just going to show you around a couple of things that I think are really, really good and what you can actually use them for. So this is my dashboard. Down at the bottom, I've got my balance. So I've got $1,397 in there right now. That's an equivalent of £1,000 that I paid in today. Now, you can actually use this platform to access stocks, you can access commodities, and you can actually access cryptocurrencies as well. So I've got on my watch list here, and this was built for me. I think I've added a few things at the bottom here, but Tesla, Apple, Neo. So you can basically go and buy things from here. Now, quick tip, guys. If you want to really play around with this, you can flip into a virtual portfolio mode. I would strongly recommend you do that so that you can get a really good feel of how the platform actually works. But they also have this guide button as well. And this guide button basically tells you what to do. So it takes you into virtual mode, which you click right there. And it basically shows you through how you actually place trades, how you put things on your watch list, so on and so forth. So if you're just new to the platform or you're just a new investor trying to dabble, you need to play around with this first before you load in your real money and before you start tinkering around, clicking buttons and stuff. You just want to make sure that you're safe and you understand exactly what you're doing. So I think that feature is really, really, really good. I'm just going to come back out of this right now and get back into my real account. So just go back to real portfolio right here. And this is where you got portfolio. So currently I've got nothing in there. By the end of this video, I'm going to have something in here and I'm going to do that live with you. Now, let's have a look at trade markets. Now, in here, you've got access to a host of ETFs. And actually, I didn't know that you could actually access some of Cathie Wood's ARK ETFs in here. So there you go. You've got the innovative ETF in here. You've got the FinTech Innovation ETF. You've got the Generation. You've got the Geonomics. I've been watching this one for a very long time. I need to put some money in here. So you can access these ETFs here at Etoro. If you wanted to do it, all you need to basically do is click trade. So you can access ETFs. You can access individual stocks as well. Now, on the individual stock side, let me just show you something. Tesla, oh my God, Jesus. I remember when that was $880, guys. It's like $689. So I'm like down $200 a share right now. It's absolutely crazy. But this is what happens with stocks, essentially. You can't expect that everything's going to go up all of the time. It is a roller coaster. You have to be willing to bear the volatility and be comfortable with that level of volatility. I try not to look at that because it's going to make me cry. But let's have a look at the stats table. Okay, so you can see how the stock has actually performed. This probably isn't the best screen for me to go on. Let me just go back onto my watch list very quickly because yes, Tesla's at the top right here, but it also gives you market sentiment. So what are people actually thinking right now? For Tesla, at this point in time, 98% of people are buying this stock. Why? Well, because it's at $688. So people are thinking, right, a possibility, a chance to get in and get a bargain on Tesla. Hopefully this will have an impact. I know earlier today, it went up to maybe, I think it was like $720 or something like that. I'm recording this on Thursday evening, so you're going to see this tomorrow. These things are volatile, but it gives you market sentiment, and that's a really good thing to kind of bear in mind. It just says on here, just in terms of the writing, 90% of them have buy positions, an increase of 1.38% from the last trading day. So you can see how things are actually trading, the sentiment moving forward. Now, if I wanted to buy Tesla, all I would basically do is I would just click on that. Hopefully it doesn't do it. And it tells me, because it's a US stock, that I basically need to sign up and actually complete a W-8 BEN form. If you don't know what a W-8 BEN form is, a W-8 BEN form will basically reduce American tax on this purchase for any dividend payments from 30% down to 15%. Highly recommended if you're going to be investing in American stocks with Etoro that you fill that in. I'm not going to continue because I'm not buying any more Tesla at this point in time. Well, certainly not on Etoro. I'm probably going to buy them in Hargreaves, where I hold most of my Tesla stocks. So this is where you can actually copy people. Now, they have a host of professional traders, I guess, that you can basically copy trade. Now, This is a really good feature because let's just say we pick Theo here, for example, right? Let's click on him here. You can actually see his performance, so on and so forth. You can have a look at his portfolio as well. And you can see essentially what he basically holds and what he's actually buying, right? So you can see exactly what he's doing here. Now you can copy if you click here, and that will take you through to another screen. I do want to talk about this because, you know, a lot of people, if they're just starting out, they want a little bit of a barometer of how should you start investing. And this is a good feature that you can access. However, I do want to just highlight this. They do obviously give you risk numbers when you click on someone like Theo. So Theo, for example, is a risk 6. So we don't know whether that's 6 out of 10 or 6 out of 7, but it's a high risk strategy. And I think it's very, very important if you're a first time investor, whilst you're copying someone who has experience, you have to try and make sure that you match your risk profile with theirs. Because otherwise you're going to have someone who's going to be taking more risk than you're comfortable with. Now, if you are copying, someone said to me the other day that it's almost impossible to lose money. Well, actually, no, it is possible for you to lose money, because if he's in the negative for whatever reason, you're going to see that proportionate negative as well, depending on obviously a number of factors around when you actually bought in, so on and so forth. This is a really good, powerful tool to get you started if you just wanted to kind of dabble. I question though, do you really learn anything? Really? Probably not. But if you just kind of wanted to see what the professionals are doing, what, you know, guys who are experienced are doing, this is a really, really good option for you to go through. And as you can see, they have quite a few of them here that you can actually go and have a look at. You've got columns with most copied. You've got some trending ones in there as well. Long-term stock investors. So again, if you are looking to invest for the long term, what I would be doing if I was a complete novice, knowing that I wanted to invest for the long term, I might go and pick someone like this guy right here. And what does the stars mean? I don't know what the stars mean, guys, but maybe actually let's pick someone with a star. I don't know what it means, but let's have a look at it. Then I would go and try and understand what he's actually got in his portfolio and start to digest it and dissect it from there. So you can see in this example, he's got McDonald's, he's got Alibaba, he's got Nintendo, Google, Microsoft, he's got Tesla, he's got Applied Materials. He's got quite a few big companies. Now, he's got some dividend aristocrats in there as well. So Walmart is a dividend aristocrat. That's really, really good. He's got Activision in there, big on gaming right now, Neo. So actually, he's got a bit of a mixture. He's also got some gold as well, actually. That's pretty good. So he's actually diversifying with some commodities as well. So if I was a long-term investor, I would probably copy someone like this, because this guy has got companies that are established blue chip companies. He's got some speculative ones in there as well, but the majority of them are big known companies. And I think that is a really, really big thing to bear in mind. But again, there's lots of them. You need to try and make sure that you are doing your due diligence. You need to make sure that you're comfortable with what they're doing, how they're trading, how they're investing, and more importantly, making sure that you make sure that it matches your risk tolerance as well. Within this as well, you can also invest in cryptos. Let me just see if I can actually find it. Bear me 1 second. We need to go back out of here. And if I just go, for example, Bitcoin, I've already got it on my list anyway, but you should be able to, I didn't want Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin, you should just be able to trade Bitcoin on here. You literally just go trade. And again, you can have a look at the stats. So you can see how much it's done. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. I mean, look at that, guys. Look at the 1 year. That's absolutely nuts. It's almost parabolic, right? You can look at the charts on here. So on here, you can have the candlestick look here as well. On the other screen, it actually allows you to actually zoom in into different time periods as well. You can do that with the scroll button here too, but it allows you to have a look at what's going on. You can also have access some research. And, you know, as always, I do say, do your research. Really, really do your research. This gives you a good idea of what's going on right now. So 50% are buying, 50% are holding. You haven't got anybody selling crypto right now. Their stance is hold more than anything else. So really, really good in terms of research. I think that is the same function that you have as well for stocks. I'm just going to show you that because I think it's important. So let's see what they're saying about Tesla right now. What does the research actually say? It's saying hold right now. And it's also telling you what they think is going to happen in the next 12 months. So look, This is really, really important stuff. The high estimate, $1,200. Funny enough, that is the same estimate that Kathy Woods has put on the business as well. So essentially what it's saying, from where it is right now, it could double. But again, when you invest in these kind of instruments, it is risky. You have to be willing to take the risk. Now that brings me to what am I actually going to do? So what am I going to do today? I have crypto all over the place. I've got some XRP, I've got some Bitcoin, I think I've got some Ethereum as well lying around somewhere, and they're all in different places. And over the last 2 to 3 weeks, I've been trying to tidy things up. And what I have found is that actually it's a nightmare getting stuff out of Coinbase. I need to do a review on them specifically anyway. And I need to find somewhere that I can actually invest some money and have it central. One thing I do like about this interface here is this is very, very similar to the app on the phone. Unlike Trading 212, it's very, very intuitive. And actually, I would prefer to invest in this manner than on my phone, because this just feels a lot better to me. But in this video, I'm actually going to be buying some Bitcoin. So I've already got them loaded up here. And all I essentially need to do, and I know, guys, it's saying hold right now for Bitcoin. Actually, let's have a look at what does the research say again? It says on Bitcoin, hold right now. So I'm going to be buying. So all I need to do is I just need to do trade. So there it is. I've just bought £1,000 worth of Bitcoin, essentially. This is my portfolio now. So you can see the invested amount. You can also see that my available balance is $397.62. So the amount totally allocated into this portfolio right now is $1,000. I've been trying to tidy up my crypto sort of holdings for a while. It's still a bit of a mess. I'm hoping I'll be able to transfer this into Etoro at some point. I need to figure out how that would actually work. But this is how I see myself using Etoro moving forward, mainly for crypto and maybe some individual stocks as well. I probably will use them to actually access the Kathy Woods ARC Genomics, because I've had my eye on that for a while. But I'll be doing more videos on this just to update you guys how this crypto holding is going and anything else that I also invest in. But overall, guys, they are different to Trading 212. And I know that many people are a bit annoyed that Trading 212 aren't opening accounts. You know, what are you going to do? You're going to wait? You're going to find an alternative. This is a viable alternative. The minimum deposit for these guys is £200 to open an account. Now, funny enough, for some reason today, I couldn't open it with less than £1,000. So that's what I had to do, which is why I've invested that much level of money today. I was going to do it anyway, regardless. But the minimum is £200. You need to have a little bit of cash behind you. But guys, let me know what you think of this review. Was it helpful? Do you think that you'll likely use Etoro? Again, if you use my link, very much appreciated. It will really help support me and the channel. If not, there will be links and clear direction for you to open an account on their website. But guys, there it is. Thank you so much for watching. If you've not listened to the podcast this week, you should have done already. There it is right there. I've got a cracker for you on Monday, so make sure you stick around for that. Also remember, on March 7th, our very next live, we are doing a session with PensionBee. It's going to be focused purely on pensions. So if you have questions, you have relatives, mum, dad, uncle, auntie that are confused about pensions and want to be able to ask some questions, that is going to be the perfect environment to do it. As always, guys, thank you so much for your time. Remember, money is a tool, life is for living. Have an amazing weekend.